Today is boot camp day 4, and today I will cover how to automate daily backup of a save folder to another partition or hard drive, and this even a USB drive you can go ahead and copy. So and the other thing that we will cover briefly is how to reboot and power off safely using scripts. But first, let's go ahead and review the backup of a script. So the backup, like all the scripts that my preference is to put it in the root, my application, and bin, because that whatever you put in there that's executable will launch with a simple terminal command, because of it is included in what's called a path. So this particular file, which is executable within this folder, has these lines of code, and I will put this in the description. But I think that description in YouTube does not allow for this special characterization, so I have to refer to a Google Drive where you can download the file. So when we look at this file briefly, you can first it's going to give you a little warning about what it's going to do, and then it's a good idea just to go ahead and make sure the Vivaldi or any other browser is closed, because it may be downloading or it may be caching in the background. We don't want to do that, so we don't want to be so that may cause a conflict. So after a few seconds, after you close that browser, after a few seconds, what it's going to do is it's going to source file. These are called variable, and source file is actually here in this folder in my computer, and this is the save folder that's being used right now. Okay, what we want to do is automate copying of this file to this destination folder, which is actually in another partition but on the same hard drive in my case. So you can see that there's been a copy that's sent here. Okay. So that command, actual command, is done by rsync with a further modification, and the safe links here states that don't need to copy the linking of the files, and then delete is good idea just to doubly make sure that the source and the destination file is exactly the same. First, what we'll do is we'll do a dry run to make sure that there's no error. Okay, so we're gonna use the source file folder into the destination folder, and then we're gonna just have a rocks window come up just to take a look. So this is all ready to go, and what we'll need to do is get a terminal open and then simply type in bup sh, and then it's going to be a dry run. So let's just take a look at what it's doing. So it was pretty quick, so it actually made this copy if it was not a dry run, but there's no error message, so that's a dry run. So now, since there's no error message, what we'll do is go ahead and delete this dry run, and then save it again, and then now this time it's gonna copy in real time. But let's just for interest, let's just go ahead and delete this destination folder. Right? So there's no we eliminated the copy. So now let's run it again. So it'd be a b up sh, and just take a look. So now it's doing it, and it's created this file, this folder. So there's no error indeed that the destination folder contains the proper save folder. So now that's all good. Next thing we want to do is, rather than triggering this a script, we can automate it and have it done on a daily basis or weekly basis. Usually what I do is just daily basis. And what we can do is just go ahead and launch a program called pSchedule. And this is very easy to use, and simply we want to schedule a new task. And then command is bupsh, task name, it says backing up of a save folder, and we want to run it. Let's say we want to let it run at noon every day, any day, and any date, and every month. So what this does is every day it runs at 12 noon, this script. If you can make it every Wednesday, you can do that, or then it will be once a week. On Wednesday you'll copy, but I usually leave it a daily basis, and then add by clicking this, and then make sure you enable cron service. Okay, you tick that off. Then it's all ready. Then what it'll do is automatically in the background it will make the it will copy the save a folder to another destination folder. So here we can occasionally, what you can do is take a look at go to the destination folder, in my case here, and then you can run a lsl to see. So you can see that it's hard to see, but JWM save folder was created on February 8th, which is today. So you can occasionally check to make sure that it is a new file, a new folder. Now I want to show you a little small script that is triggered by a terminal command of mainly power off and or reboot to safely close all the programs and then reboot or power off. So the first small script is here. These scripts I learned and copied from a Puppet Linux forum from a gentleman with a login name of Mochi Mopel, and he suggested that this command of wmctrl, using wmctrl, can be used to close all the programs running. But if there is a for example a browser that's downloading a file, it'll give you a warning and it will stop and give you a chance to go ahead and close the browser before proceeding on. So this small script will give you ability to close all the programs that's running safely. And when I want to reboot, what I like to do, when I want to power off, I can use the close all sh here, and then after it's all closed, then I give it a command of wm power off. So that will safely close all the window, the application that's running, and give you a chance to go ahead and power off. Similarly, clean clean power close of all the application and then reboot. So you use the similar idea of calling the close all sh first, and then wm reboot, which is the command that will reboot. Okay, so to every time you want to actually automate this, what I've done is just add a couple of lines here. Alias po is clean po dot sh, so it closes all the programs first and then gives you a power off. And similarly, it closes all the programs first and then gives you a chance to reboot. So these simple, so all you need to do after that's done is you go ahead and refresh the bash file, and then if you want to reboot, then all you need is just the rb just here. And what it'll do, I can't do it because it will mess up the recording of the screen. Then it will close all the programs that's running safely, and then reboot and give you a chance to get back into the FOSSA pub. Okay. And then if you want to power off, it's just a PO. I think that's all I wanted to cover today. If any questions or comments, please leave on the message, on the YouTube message. Thank you. I hope this is helpful.